There's another scandal that's been brewing for quite a while now. That's right, and this time, it's not just about a newbie, but the great NBA itself. Who would have thought? Robert Sarver, one of the biggest names in the league, has landed himself in some hot water, and we're here to give you all the details. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. To start with, here are the basics of the story. In a twist of fate, Robert Sarver, the owner of Phoenix Suns and Mercury, has been suspended by the NBA for a year. Sarver will be barred from all NBA and WNBA buildings for the next year, including any office, arena, or practice facility, the league said in a statement. And that's not all. The man has also been fined a whopping $10 million following an investigation that revealed workplace misconduct and organizational deficiencies. The fine is the maximum allowed by league rules, and it is the largest financial penalty ever imposed on a single person in pro basketball history. But still, what's a measly $10 million to these people? Now, we all know where this is heading, don't we? Workplace misconduct can only mean one thing. The findings of the NBA's investigation were released on Tuesday, nearly a year after the league asked a law firm to investigate allegations that Sarver had a history of racist, misogynistic, and hostile incidents during his nearly two-decade tenure as general manager. The NBA said in a statement on Tuesday that the report was based on interviews with 320 people, including current and former employees who worked for both teams while Sarver was managing partner, as well as more than 80,000 documents and materials, such as emails, text messages, and videos. That's quite a lot of evidence, so there's no wonder it took so long for the report to be released. Now, let's learn about this whole conundrum. NBA holds that Sarver engaged in conduct that clearly violated common workplace standards as reflected in team and league rules and policies. This conduct included racially insensitive language, unequal treatment of female employees, sex-related statements and conduct, and harsh treatment of employees that on occasion constituted bullying. Does it get any worse than that? And to think justice has been delayed for so long. The allegations against Sarver were first reported by ESPN in November 2021 after the network stated that it spoke with dozens of current and former team employees for its story, including those who detailed inappropriate behavior by him. And as any man would, initially he denied or disputed the majority of the allegations through his legal team. But even the strongest defenses fail when the truth comes to light. To reiterate, Sarver is not permitted to be present at any NBA or WNBA team facility, including any office, arena, or practice facility. He's not to attend or participate in any NBA, WNBA event or activity, including games, practices, or business partner activities. And lastly, he cannot represent the Suns or Mercury in any public or private capacity or have any involvement with the Suns or Mercury's business or basketball operations, according to the NBA, which stated on Tuesday. Do you think the punishment is fair? We'll let you decide. Now, let's address how the NBA is dealing with this. Of course, a name as big as the NBA would not want to ruin its reputation, so they had to do some damage control. Apparently, donation was the way to go, not that we're complaining. The NBA said it would donate the $10 million fine to organizations committed to addressing race and gender-based issues in and outside the workplace. Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, said that the statements and conduct described in the independent investigation's findings are troubling and disappointing, but there's no use crying over spilled milk, is there? Silver seems to agree with us. He further added that they believe the outcome is correct with all the facts, circumstances, and context revealed by the 18-year investigation and their commitment to upholding proper standards in NBA workplaces. Here's where things take an amusing turn. During his suspension, Sarver will also be required to complete a training program that is focused on respect and appropriate workplace behavior. The troublemaker taking classes to follow basic rules? That's one for the history books. What's more, they did not stop there. The league will impose a series of workplace improvements on the Suns and Mercury, including the hiring of outside firms to focus on fostering a diverse, inclusive, and respectful workplace. Employees of those organizations will be surveyed anonymously and regularly to ensure that appropriate workplace culture exists. And lastly, any instances or even allegations of significant misconduct by any employees is to be immediately reported to the NBA and WNBA. All of these conditions will remain in effect for 3 years. On behalf of the entire NBA, I apologize to all of those impacted by the misconduct outlined in the investigator's report. We must do better, Silver said. About time, don't you think? Suns Legacy Partners, which manages and operates the Suns and Mercury, said in a statement that it is committed to creating a safe, respectful, and inclusive work environment. So many words about inclusivity and respect are being thrown around, aren't they? Only time will tell if they follow through with it. According to the report, many of the issues discovered within the organization compensation were historical and had been addressed in recent years. They also said they are proud of the progress they've already made and will continue to build a best-in-class workplace moving forward. We certainly hope so. Now, here's some other news that might interest you. First up, here's what we have on Dwayne Wade. We're afraid that we've got some bad news for fans of TNT. Dwayne Wade will sadly not be appearing on TNT's NBA studio show. According to Andrew Marchand of the New York Post, the Miami Heat legend is leaving the network after 3 seasons of working on its NBA studio shows. According to the report, Wade made the decision. TNT offered him a new contract, but he declined to pursue other business opportunities. According to the report, his departure is unrelated to the parent company Warner Bros. Discovery's recent cost-cutting maneuvers, which have included layoffs and the purge of content from media properties, such as HBO. Wade joined TNT in 2019 after retiring as a 13-time All-Star and 3-time NBA champion. He mostly appeared on the network's NBA on TNT broadcast on Tuesday nights alongside Candace Parker, Shaquille O'Neal, and Adam Lefkoe. Along with O'Neal, Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, and Kenny Smith, he also contributed to the network's All-Star Weekend coverage and its flagship Thursday studio broadcasts. But now his days with TNT are over, and we wonder who will be taking his place. Do you have any guesses? Next up on our news radar is one of the most regrettable NBA trades. Every NBA team has made moves it regrets, from trades that did not go as planned to those that have severely harmed a franchise. With that, let's look at the one we have on our mind. Kelly Oubre Jr. was traded by the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Golden State Warriors in exchange for a 2021 first-round pick and a 2021 second-round pick. Following a disastrous season marred by injuries, the Warriors acquired Oubre to help replace the production of Klay Thompson, who was recovering from a torn right Achilles. The financial cost of bringing him into a team with a $66 million luxury tax bill was staggering. Now let's pause for a second and marvel at the fact of how absurd a luxury tax sounds. The way these people can milk your money is simply ingenious. According to ESPN's Bobby Marks, Oubre's $14.4 million cost the Warriors an additional $68 million in luxury tax payments, bringing his total cost to the Warriors to $82.4 million for the 2021 season. Yikes. The last news item we have on our list is, of course, Kevin Martin. We hear the man turned all his dreams into reality, and we couldn't be more proud. Martin, once known as the skinny kid with the funky shot, has emerged as one of the league's most prolific scorers, exceeding every expectation, including his own, throughout his basketball career. Kevin Martin was hoisting shot after shot as the late Pete Carroll watched intently behind the closed doors of Sacramento's practice facility, away from the crowds and out of range of TV cameras. Martin was 21 at the time, a lanky, fresh-faced rookie mired in a far lesser role on a title-contending Kings team than he'd have as an explosive 20-point scorer at his later peak. Martin's shooting motion, a jerky flick from his right hip, had never been textbook perfect, but it had proven effective from the start. He was too small to attack the paint against older kids on the playgrounds at Putnam Hill Park when he was around 9 years old, so heaving perimeter jumpers with as much oomph as he could muster were his only scoring option. Martin stuck to what worked over time, and his coaches stopped attempting to fix what wasn't broken. Martin, who has also served as an NBA international ambassador, has traveled to countries he never thought he'd visit, learned from some of the best of the game, and exceeded his expectations. He's had success in every city he's lived in, but Sacramento holds a special place in his heart because his former Kings coaches, teammates, and fans made the first stop on his professional journey the most meaningful. That's a wrap. Let us know in the comments below what you think of the latest NBA controversy. Is Sarver's punishment fair? Hit like and click the subscribe button, and we'll be back with another video. Bye!